The girls get back up there. Can you just...
Girl Stylers integrates athletes between the ages of 7 and roughly 14.
Leave it for the girls for now.
Girl Stylers is one of the many programs that we offer here at Freestyle BC. Its general mandate is to create a safe and inclusive space for young girls within our sport.
Girl Stylers is about inspiring individuals to be at their best, to be community-minded, to build the skills around leadership so that they can achieve any objective.
There's a few features that aren't part
And
of
this
it.
really came about through Danica Mazer, who grew up in freestyle, who kept looking back at this void within the sport that specifically spoke to these young girls.
I felt as a young athlete moving from sort of that fundamentals age into a more competitive time in my skiing, there were a lot of pressures externally, and found that a lot of people were still feeling like they weren't necessarily included. You know, none of that is intentional. It was just something that was being overlooked in our pathway.
She came up with this idea to create a social network and a methodology on how all clubs across the province could approach girls and how we could make them feel like they're very involved and give them the support that they need.
I want you to pop more and look up at your skis, okay?
The girls in our Girl Stylers programs are learning that there's a place for them in this sport. You know, they can set their own goals, and their goals don't have to look like what they see from the boys or from some of the older athletes. We're just helping them to set those goals and find their pathway in the sport.
Should we do a massive spread eagle? Yeah.
At the end of the day, we realized that in many cases, girls require a different style of coaching than boys to be most successful.
And that's what's so great about Girl Stylers is it gives them a place to be trying these tricks and learning these skills with each other without feeling embarrassed for falling or maybe singled out, because it is a different level than some of their male peers.
But it's good to get the girls at a young age immersed in the sport with other girls because they're so supportive of each other and they really help each other push each other and progress within the sport.
We're looking up the hill. Okay, I'll be right here. You look up to me, okay?
It's creating the environment where girls feel supported, where they have confidence to push themselves.
I like that I compete again and go at the mountains and meet new people.
Having experience with girls from other clubs at the Girl Stylers camp.
You kind of came up with for Girl Stylers?
Just that camaraderie is really important.
You know, they have fun on the mountain and they have fun off the mountain, so it's really cool to see them really connect and build each other up, and it's just a really positive sport.
Maybe widen the stance a little bit coming in.
That's what's so great about freestyle is it is an individual sport, but you train in a team setting, you train in a team environment. There is that level of competitiveness, but also
You got it, Lauren!
there's a level of excitement when your friend gets that trick, or you feel inspired to try that trick too because your friends were doing it.
We start introducing them back in with the boys at a teenage year, so we kind of go more co-ed to again have the girls supporting the boys and boys supporting the girls.
And it seems to be when they're 12, 13, they're so confident and so good at skiing that they don't really care anymore, and they'll turn with the boys because they're probably better than the boys, a lot of the boys.
The beautiful part about this, the boys, the girls, the families, everybody involved is feeling a deeper sense of community.
Bib number 9.
That elevates everybody, that elevates the individual, and that elevates the whole.
What is telling me that Girl Stylers is successful and it's working is that every single girl that I've worked with has a success of her own and has reached a goal that she didn't think she would have otherwise.
The opportunity to compete in Olympic Games at home here in Vancouver was an incredible moment in my own life. And certainly the legacy of those games has the opportunity to inspire our youth to live those Olympic ideals, whether that's on the playing field or elsewhere in their life.
The program really started focused on the girls.
Upper body doesn't move.
Now it's kind of come to a really cool place where we're realizing there's lots of pathways in this sport outside of being an athlete or a competitive athlete.
Nice.
We want to make sure that we're helping women to find their place in the sport as well. So this year we really focused on getting some of our retired athletes back into the sport as coaches. This is a sport for life, and they can be a part of it for as long as they want. We want them to be involved.